So the first time my catalytic converter was stolen off my car was when I was going to school back in South Bend. I went to go to work that night, and all you just hear when you turn on the car was just this loud, muffled, like, my car was doing a deep scream. This guy had completely sawed off my catalytic converter. It wasn't fixable within like a couple of days. I literally was without a car for about a month because of how it was cut off. So it was definitely expensive. I think my grandpa paid around $2,000 just to like get the new part. With the way it was sawed off, I had to get a completely another part. So that was my first experience. And then right after spring break, I left my car here. My boyfriend and I took his car to go back home. I was freaking out because I thought something was going to happen to my car over spring break. It was fine. It's the next week that I was at a meeting, and I was like, they were talking about how, oh, these catalytic converters are being stolen off cars. And with my car, I know it's easily accessible because there's not a lot of things under there. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening again. And sure enough, I went to my car after that meeting and it was doing the same thing. So, I mean, luckily I was fortunate enough to have my grandparents very willingly to come back down, fix it, because they knew exactly from the first time what to do, what was the process. But it's like, here in campus, like, some people don't have families that are that close and they don't have that knowledge of what's going on. So it just kind of sucks that people want to do this. And I mean, they go for extremely high quality, high money. And so when people like turn them in, they don't even think twice about, you know, what it's affecting. You know, the dealers don't even think about, oh, could these be stolen? So like, it's such a petty crime, but it's so, I mean, they get their money's worth out of it. And yeah, it just sucks for us college students because we're already, you know, broke. So having to go through this crazy expense. The only weird thing about mine was most of them were stolen out of like Wilkie, you know, Forest around that area. And there were only 2 of us that were stolen out of like Eigenman and then here in the 10th and Sunrise lot. So it's just weird that they targeted such random areas, and the fact that, you know, out of the 1 in 500 cars that are in this lot, it just happened to be mine.